Hi everyone. This week's materials and studying them adjacent to what is happening in our world currently has been a challenge. It's been triggering, and we're going to get through it together. So this week's materials also asked a challenging question. How can we form a shared ethic when people disagree about truth, morality, meaning? After listening to Dr. Clark's comments on domestic violence, reflecting on Jesus's words in Matthew 5, and reading about postmodernism alongside the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, two principles stood out to me. The first one being human dignity, and the second being active compassion. So Dr. Clark's discussion made this personal and poignant. Domestic violence is a clear example of what happens when someone's dignity is denied, when they're being abused and viewed as an object to control. Abuse reduces a person to something less than human. It's something to be controlled rather than someone to respect. It helped me see why the Universal Declaration of Human Rights begins with the idea that all people are born with equal dignity and rights. This feels like a place where people with different beliefs can still find common ground, yet we see in our modern world that there are some people that relish in human suffering, and that is just pure evil. So it is up to us who do believe in these common rights, these shared rights, to push back. Jesus's teaching in Matthew 5 pushes this even further, as he does not only talk about laws or external behavior, but he addresses the heart. He challenges anger, revenge, and indifference, and calls people to reconciliation and love, even toward our enemies. Like, what a lofty goal and a tall order for humanity. But there are people in this world, and I include myself and my fellow cohort, to all be people who have compassion and who love humanity and want to see humanity thrive. So this shows me that a shared ethic cannot just be about rules, but it must involve how we view and treat other people at a deeper level. So it's an action, and as a future counselor, I don't have an issue speaking out or pushing back on the harm that I see being done. The readings on postmodernism added tension to this. So postmodern thought questions whether there is one universal moral truth at all. So while this helps us listen to different perspectives, it also raises a problem. If all morality is relative, then on what basis can we say domestic violence is wrong, or that human rights matter? Without some shared foundation, ethics becomes fragmented. That's why you hear a lot of people say that ethics is a gray area. That is why I think human dignity is essential for a common ethic. Most people, regardless of worldview, can agree that harming or devaluing another person is wrong. The Universal Declaration gives us language for this, and Jesus gives us a deeper reason for it. So I'm able to hold both truths and apply them in different ways because they're asking different things of us. The second principle is active compassion. It's not enough to believe people have rights. We must be willing to act and protect and care for others, especially the vulnerable. For my personal worldview, the foundation is that every person has worth because they are created in the image of God. This belief shapes how I understand justice, relationships, and responsibility toward others. In a world where truth feels divided, human dignity and active compassion offer a bridge. They offer a way to build a shared human ethic while still remaining rooted in my faith. So thank you for listening to my video. I'm sorry I went over time. Everyone have a blessed week.